Dawn breaks over a dense forest in the Pacific Northwest, mist curling through towering pines. Sarah Miller, 39, a biologist with auburn hair tied back, kneels by a rushing creek, filling her canteen. Her worn jacket smells of earth, her boots caked with mud. 3 weeks alone in the wilderness of Oregon's Cascadia Range, far from her old life, have sharpened her senses. Grief over her father's death drove her here, seeking something raw, undefined. The creek's hum is soothing, but her instincts scream. Something's watching. She scans the trees, heart quickening. Silence, too heavy. A faint whimper cuts through, sharp and desperate. Sarah freezes, hand on her knife. Another sound, twigs snapping. She moves toward it, steps light, pulse racing. Pushing through thick ferns, she spots him, a German shepherd pup, barely a month old, black and tan fur soaked, trapped in a muddy ravine. His amber eyes, wide with panic, lock onto hers, pleading. "Easy, little guy," Sarah whispers, heart clenching. The pup, Rex, struggles, his tiny paws sinking deeper. Sarah glances around. No mother, no pack, just eerie stillness. She slides down the slick bank, water soaking her jeans. Kneeling, she scoops mud from his legs, his trembling body pressing into her hands. He doesn't snap, just whimpers, trusting her. With a gentle tug, she frees him, cradling his warmth against her chest. His heartbeat races, syncing with hers. "You're safe now," she murmurs, tears pricking her eyes. A low growl rumbles, not from Rex. Sarah stiffens, her breath catching. She turns slowly, Rex tucked close, and sees them. 5 pairs of amber eyes glowing in the mist atop the ravine. Adult German shepherds, sleek and scarred, stand in a semicircle, watching. Their leader, a massive female with a torn ear, steps forward, muscles rippling under her black and tan coat. Her gaze bores into Sarah, unyielding. Sarah's heart pounds, fear spiking. She's exposed, no weapon but her knife, no escape on the slippery bank. The pack's silence is deafening, their bodies taut, ready to spring. Instinct screams to run, but she can't abandon Rex. Swallowing panic, she kneels, lowering Rex to the ground as an offering, her hands visible, head bowed. "Please," she whispers, voice trembling. "He's yours." Rex whines, scooting toward the leader. The female sniffs him, licking his muzzle, then fixes her eyes on Sarah. Time stops. Sarah braces, expecting teeth, but the leader dips her head, a slow, deliberate bow. Sarah gasps, tears falling. The pack follows, heads lowering, a gesture of respect. "What?" Sarah breathes, stunned. The leader steps closer, her rough tongue brushing Sarah's cheek, a solemn touch. Sarah shudders, awe, overwhelming fear. The other dogs circle, not threatening, but reverent, their noses grazing her hands. Rex nestles against her knee, safe. Footsteps crunch nearby. Sarah's head snaps up. A man in a dark uniform, Lieutenant James Holt, 45, badge glinting, emerges from the trees, rifle slung across his chest. His cold gray eyes narrow, locking on Rex. "Those dogs are military property," Holt says, voice flat. "Hand over the pup." Sarah clutches Rex, heart racing. "He was trapped. I saved him." The pack growls, hackles rising, circling tighter. Holt's hand rests on his rifle. "They're dangerous. Step away." Sarah stands, trembling but defiant. "They're protecting him." Holt's smirk chills her. "You don't know what you're messing with." Rex barks, sharp, standing firm beside Sarah. The leader's growl deepens, her pack closing ranks. Holt hesitates, eyeing their bared teeth. "Last chance," he warns, finger twitching. A drone hums overhead, its red light blinking. Sarah's blood runs cold. Someone's watching. The pack's eyes flick upward, then back to Holt. What does he want with Rex, and why does the pack trust her? Morning sun filters through towering pines, casting dappled light over a small Pacific Northwest town nestled in Oregon's Cascadia Range. Inside Sarah Miller's canvas tent, the air smells of damp earth and pine sap. Sarah, 39, a biologist with auburn hair tied back, brews coffee over a camp stove, her worn jacket patched. Rex, the German shepherd pup she rescued yesterday, curls in a blanket, his black and tan fur soft, amber eyes watchful. His tiny paws twitch, still weak from the ravine ordeal. Sarah's heart aches. She's alone, grieving her father, but Rex's trust stirs something alive in her. "Eat up, little guy," Sarah says, offering him scraps of jerky. Rex nibbles, tail thumping, his gaze never leaving her. Sarah smiles, but unease lingers. Those 5 adult German shepherds, led by the scarred female, bowed to her. "Why?" She touches her cheek, where the leader's tongue grazed, a shiver running through her. A twig snaps outside. Rex's ears perk, a low growl rumbling. Sarah stiffens, hand on her knife, peering through the tent flap. Clara Evans, 42, the town sheriff with short gray hair, steps into the clearing, badge glinting under her flannel jacket. Sarah exhales, opening the flap. "Clara, you scared me." Clara's face is grim, boots crunching pine needles. "Sarah, we need to talk about those dogs." Rex scoots closer to Sarah, whining. She scoops him up, heart racing. "What about them?" Clara pulls a photo. Rex's pack, collars with K9 unit tags, standing in a military lab. They're escapees from a classified project. "Lieutenant Holt wants them back." Sarah's blood chills. "Holt? He was at the creek yesterday." "Threatened me." Rex growls, tiny teeth bared, guarding Sarah. Clara frowns, glancing at the forest where a black SUV idles. Holt, 45, in a dark uniform, watching through binoculars. He says they're dangerous. "Wants Rex, too." Sarah clutches Rex tighter. "He was dying. I saved him." Clara's voice softens. "I believe you, but Holt's got pull with Judge Harlan." Rex's collar glints, a K9 unit tag with a flask symbol. Sarah's pulse spikes. "What's this project?" Clara hesitates. "Rumors say it's neural experiments, making dogs smarter." A sharp bark echoes from the trees. Sarah spins, spotting a flash of black and tan fur, the pack's leader watching from the shadows. Rex yips, straining toward her. Sarah's heart pounds. "They're still out there." The tent flap rustles. Holt strides in, badge flashing, cold gray eyes locked on Rex. "Hand over the pup, Miller." Sarah steps back, Rex growling in her arms. "He's mine now." Holt's smile is thin, chilling. "They're military assets. Step aside." Clara blocks him, hand on her holster. "Got a warrant, Holt?" Holt pulls a document, smug. "Signed by Harlan." Sarah's blood boils. "They're not weapons." "They protected me." Rex's growl deepens, his tiny body tense. Clara scans the warrant, frowning. "This is rushed." "I'm checking it." Holt's smirk falters. "Don't waste my time." Sarah's phone buzzes. A text from Dr. Nate Harper, the local vet. Rex's tag has a neural chip. "Project Synapse. Meet at clinic. Urgent." Her heart races. "What's Synapse, Holt?" Holt's jaw tightens. "Classified. Give me the dog." Rex snaps, lunging at Holt's sleeve, his puppy teeth grazing. Holt curses, stumbling back. "Control that thing!" Clara grabs Holt's arm. "Back off!" Sarah kneels by Rex, tears falling. "You're so brave, little guy." Holt wrenches free, glaring at Sarah. "You're in over your head." Clara's radio crackles. "Warrants under review. Holt, stand down." Holt scoffs, turning to leave. This isn't over. At the clinic, a weathered brick building with a buzzing sign, Nate, 50, balding with a kind face, greets them. Rex's tag chip, Synapse enhanced his brain, telepathic potential. Sarah's eyes widen, holding Rex close. "Telepathic?" Rex whines, nuzzling her, his warmth grounding. Nate pulls a file. "The pack escaped a lab." "They're high value." Clara pulls a USB. Trailcam caught Holt near the ravine. He knew Rex was there. Sarah's gut twists. "He left him to die?" Rex's ears flick, sniffing a scrap from Holt's document. Forest mud, a K9 unit, tag sent. The door jingles. Ellen Voss, 44, Holt's aide in a sharp suit, strides in, smirking. "Release the pup." "No evidence." Rex growls, stepping forward. Sarah's heart pounds. Rex knows you. Boss's smile wavers. Leash that dog or it's gone. Clara pockets the USB. Holt's in trouble. Lawyer up. Voss exits, heels clicking. Rex watches, tail stiff. Sarah kneels, stroking his fur. What did you see, boy? Outside, Holt dials a phone from his SUV, voice low. The woman's a problem. End it. Rex's tiny growl echoes a vow of protection. Who's watching from the forest? And what does the pack know? Noon sun blazes over a small Pacific Northwest town, its dense pine forests casting long shadows across a quiet valley. Inside Sarah Miller's canvas tent, tension hums like a taut wire. Sarah, 39, a biologist with auburn hair tied back, sits cross-legged, her worn jacket patched, cleaning her pocket knife. Rex, the German shepherd pup she rescued, nestles in a blanket, his black and tan fur soft, amber eyes alert despite his small size. His canine unit tag, etched with a flask symbol, glints ominously. Sarah's heart races, replaying the pack's bow and Lieutenant Holt's threat. Grief over her father lingers, but Rex's trust fuels her resolve. Stay close, little guy, Sarah murmurs, stroking Rex's head. Rex whines, nudging her hand, his tiny tail thumping. His gaze flicks to the tent flap, ears perked. Sarah's pulse quickens. Something's out there. A sharp knock breaks the silence. Rex's growl rumbles, small but fierce. Sarah peers through the flap. Clara Evans, 42, the sheriff with short gray hair, stands in the clearing, badge glinting under her flannel. Sarah opens the flap. Clara, what's up? Clara steps in, face grim, boots crunching pine needles. Holt's back, says Rex, and the pack are stolen military assets. Wants you questioned. Sarah's blood chills, clutching Rex. Me. Why? Rex yips, standing guard, his puppy teeth bared. Clara pulls a USB. Trail cam shows Holt near the ravine before you found Rex. He knew the pup was there. Sarah's fists clench. He left him to die. Rex's growl deepens, his gaze locked on the trees where a black SUV idles. Holt, 45, in a dark uniform, watching. Clara's voice hardens. He's got Judge Harlan in his pocket. Sarah's phone buzzes, a text from Dr. Nate Harper. Rex's neural chip links to Project Synapse, telepathic experiments. Meet at clinic, now. Her heart pounds. Synapse? What's that? Clara's eyes narrow. Classified, Holt's tied to it. The clinic, a weathered brick building with a buzzing sign, smells of antiseptic. Nate, 50, balding with a kind face, greets them, lab coat rumpled. Rex's chip enhances cognition, telepathic potential. The pack's chips are identical. Sarah's eyes widen, holding Rex close. Telepathic? Rex nudges her, his warmth grounding. Nate pulls a file. Synapse tested neural implants on German shepherds. Rex's pack escaped a lab. Sarah's gut twists. They're not lab rats. Clara pulls the USB. Cam shows Holt and another figure at the ravine. He's not alone. Rex's ears flick, sniffing a folder. Forest mud, a canine unit tag scent. Sarah's heart races. Who's with him? The door bursts open. Holt strides in, badge flashing, cold gray eyes on Rex. Hand over the pup, Miller. Sarah steps back, Rex snarling. He's mine. Holt's smile is icy. They're weapons. Step aside. Clara blocks him, hand on her holster. Show a real warrant, Holt. Holt pulls a document, smug. Harlan's signature. Sarah's blood boils. They protected me. You abandoned Rex. Rex lunges, snapping at Holt's sleeve, pinning him against the wall. Clara aims her gun. Back off! Holt struggles, cursing. That dog's a threat! Sarah kneels by Rex, tears falling. You're so brave, little guy. Holt wrenches free, glaring at Sarah. You're digging too deep. Clara's radio crackles. Warrants under review. Stand down. Holt scoffs, turning to leave. You'll regret this. Nate's voice shakes. Rex's chip. It's active. He's communicating. Sarah's jaw drops. With who? Rex whines, eyes distant, as if hearing voices. Clara pulls the USB. Cam's clearer now. Holt was with Ellen Voss at the ravine. Sarah's blood chills. Voss? His aide? Nate hands Sarah a photo, Rex's pack in a lab, electrodes on their skulls. They fled Synapse. Voss ran the experiments. The door jingles. Voss, 44 in a sharp suit, strides in, smirking. Release the pup. No evidence. Rex snarls, stepping toward her. Sarah's heart pounds. Rex knows you. Voss's smile wavers. Leash that dog, or it's gone. Clara pockets the USB. Holt's charged. Lawyer up. Voss's eyes flash. You're out of your depth. Sarah's resolve hardens. What did you do to them? Voss backs away, heels clicking. You'll find out. Clara's radio crackles again. Harlan's at City Hall shredding files. Sarah's blood runs cold. Harlan's in on it. Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Voss's coat, lab chemicals, a K9 unit tag. Nate's voice trembles. Sarah, Rex's chip, it's broadcasting. He's linked to the pack. Sarah meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his size. What are you hearing, boy? Outside, Voss dials a phone, voice low. The woman's too close. End it. A shadow moves in the trees, the pack's leader, watching, her growl echoing Rex's. Who's protecting Holt? And what does Rex know? Twilight cloaks a small Pacific Northwest town, the dense Cascadia Range casting eerie shadows over its pine-choked hills. Inside Sarah Miller's canvas tent, fear hangs heavy. Sarah, 39, a biologist with auburn hair tied back, checks her flashlight, her worn jacket mud-stained, a pocket knife tucked in her belt. Rex, the German shepherd pup she rescued, curls on a blanket, his black and tan fur soft, amber eyes alert despite his small size. His K9 unit tag, etched with a flask symbol, glints ominously. Sarah's heart races, haunted by the pack's bow and Lieutenant Holt's threat. Grief over her father fuels her resolve to protect Rex. Stay close, little guy, Sarah whispers, stroking Rex's head. Rex whines, nudging her hand, his tiny tail thumping. His gaze flicks to the tent flap, ears pinned, sensing danger. Sarah's pulse quickens. Something's moving outside. A twig snaps. Rex's growl rumbles, small but fierce. Sarah peers through the flap. Clara Evans, 42, the sheriff with short gray hair, stands in the clearing, badge glinting. Sarah opens the flap. Clara, what's going on? Clara steps in, face grim, boots crunching pine needles. Holt's out on bail. Judge Harlan's in his pocket. They're after Rex and the pack, and you. Sarah's blood chills, clutching Rex. Me? Why? Rex yips, standing guard, his puppy teeth bared. Clara pulls a USB. Trail cam shows Holt and Ellen Voss at the ravine before you found Rex. They knew he was there. Sarah's fists clench. They left him to die. Rex's growl deepens, his gaze locked on the trees where a black SUV idles. Ellen Voss, 44, in a sharp suit, watching. Clara's voice hardens. Harlan's stalling the investigation. Sarah's phone buzzes. A text from Dr. Nate Harper. Synapse files found. Neural implants link dogs to humans. Meet at Holt's warehouse, urgent. Her heart pounds. Link to humans. What's that mean? Clara grabs her keys. Trouble. Rex stays with you. Let's move. The warehouse, a rusted shed on the forest's edge, squats under a stormy sky, its windows boarded. Sarah parks her truck behind a ridge, Clara's cruiser hidden nearby. Rex guards Sarah in the cab, his amber eyes tracking the shed, a low whine rising as she grips her flashlight. Clara whispers, scanning the warehouse. Holt's inside. Stay sharp. Sarah nods, fear gnawing. Let's go. They creep through the pines, wind howling. Clara jimmies the door, revealing crates, laptops, and lab gear. Lieutenant James Holt, 45, in a dark uniform, shoves files into a shredder, a gas can at his feet. Freeze! Clara shouts, gun raised. Holt spins, pulling a pistol. You're too late. Sarah's flashlight blinds him. Drop it! A shadow lunges. Tom Kessler, 38, Holt's enforcer in a dark jacket, swings a crowbar. Nobody leaves. Clara fires, bullet grazing Tom's arm, blood spraying. Tom swings, clipping her shoulder. Sarah tackles him, flashlight clattering, fists slamming. Stay down! Holt douses the crates with gas, striking a match. Flames erupt, smoke choking the air. Clara dives through the haze, snatching a laptop. Got it! Tom kicks free, grabbing the gas can, splashing it toward the door. Burn! A bark splits the chaos. Rex leaps from the truck, tiny but fierce, snarling as he nips Tom's ankle, tripping him. Sarah gasps, heart racing. Rex! Sarah scrambles up, grabbing the laptop. Rex, back! Clara cuffs Holt, shouting, You're under! Tom struggles, cursing. You're dead! Nate bursts in, panting, vet bag in hand. Rex's chip! It's broadcasting. He's linked to the pack. Sarah's blood runs cold. Linked how? They drag Tom and Holt outside, flames licking the warehouse. Sirens wail. FBI vans screech up. Agent Laura Nguyen, 41, with long black hair, storms in with SWAT. James Holt, you're under arrest for conspiracy. Holt struggles, cuffed. You've got nothing. Clara holds the laptop. Synapse logs say otherwise. Nate rushes to Rex, checking his tiny frame. He's okay, but the chip's active. Telepathic signals. Sarah kneels by Rex, tears falling. You saved us, boy. Laura seizes Holt's phone, scrolling. Orders from Judge Harlan. He's Synapse's fixer. Clara's jaw drops. Harlan? He's untouchable. Sarah's blood chills. He was at the ravine? Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Tom's jacket. Lab chemicals, a K9 unit tag. Sarah gasps. Harlan knew Rex? Laura nods, grim. He funded Synapse. Nate's voice shakes. Sarah, Rex's chip. He's hearing the pack. They're close. Sarah meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his size. What are you hearing, boy? Clara's radio crackles. Harlan's at City Hall, destroying more files. Sarah's resolve firms. He's covering it up. Laura loads her gun. Safe house now. Sarah lifts Rex, heart pounding. Stay strong, little guy. Outside, Tom in cuffs mutters to Holt. Harlan'll clean this. Holt dials a hidden phone, voice low. The woman's too close. End it. Rex's growl lingers, a vow of protection. A shadow moves in the pines, the pack's leader, watching. Who else is hunting Synapse? And what's Rex hearing? Dusk settles over a small Pacific Northwest town, its annual harvest festival aglow with string lights and the sizzle of food stalls in a wooded park. Sarah Miller, 39, a biologist with auburn hair and a loose ponytail, moves through the crowd, her worn jacket loose, a pocket knife tucked in her jeans. Rex, the German shepherd pup she rescued, scampers at her side, his black and tan fur soft, amber eyes bright, despite a tiny limp from the warehouse raid. Barely a month old, his K9 unit tag glints, a reminder of Project Synapse's neural experiments. Sarah's heart aches, grief for her father lingers, but Rex's trust anchors her. Stay close, little guy, Sarah whispers, scanning the crowd. Rex nudges her leg, whining, his loyalty fierce. Sarah's breath catches. He's more than a pup, a partner in this fight. Clara Evans, 42, the sheriff with short gray hair, blends into the festival, badge hidden under a flannel, her shoulder bandaged from the warehouse fire. Judge Harlan's here, schmoozing. Feds are watching. Nate Harper, 50, balding with a kind face, joins them, clutching the warehouse flash drive. Rex's chip led us to Synapse logs. Harlan funded neural implants, telepathic links. Agent Laura Nguyen, 41, with long black hair, adjusts her earpiece, blazer crisp. Ellen Voss is guarding Harlan's files at City Hall. Liz Brooks, 45, a local reporter and Sarah's old friend, grips a recorder, her blonde hair tied back, eyes fierce. I've got Holt's confession. He's Synapse's muscle. Sarah's gut twists, gripping Rex's leash. Harlan was at the ravine with Holt. Clara nods, grim. Rex's pack saw them. A scream pierces the music. Smoke billows from a burger stand, flames licking its canopy. The crowd scatters, panic rising. Sarah gasps, "Fire!" Rex bolts toward the stand, barking fiercely, weaving through chaos. Sarah shouts, "Rex, wait!" but follows, knife ready. Clara draws her gun, scanning for threats. Nate grabs a fire extinguisher, sprinting after Rex. Laura signals SWAT, eyes sharp. A vendor, 30, and a teen worker, 16, are trapped inside, coughing, flames blocking the exit. Rex paws a loose panel, yipping urgently. Sarah reaches him, heart pounding. "Show us, boy!" Nate sprays foam, clearing a path. Clara pulls the workers out, their faces smudged. "You're safe!" Rex sniffs the stand, growling, clawing a tampered gas valve. Sarah's eyes narrow. Sabotage? A figure slips away, Ellen Voss, 44, in a sharp suit, a wrench in hand. Clara spots her. "Voss, freeze!" Voss bolts, shoving a cotton candy cart, sugar flying. Rex chases, tiny legs pumping, tackling her into a dunk tank. Water splashes, the crowd laughing as Voss flails, her wrench sinking. Clara cuffs her, grinning. "Nice one, Rex." Sarah kneels by Rex, heart swelling. "You're incredible, boy." Nate examines the valve, face grim. "Rigged to explode, meant to kill." Clara hauls Voss up. "Who ordered this?" Voss sneers, dripping wet. "Harlan. He wants the woman silenced." Sarah's blood runs cold. "Me? Why?" Liz's voice cuts through. "Sarah," she pushes through, recorder raised. "I found this. Harlan's emails ordering the experiments. He knew about Rex." Sarah's jaw drops. "You hacked his emails?" Liz nods, eyes blazing. "For you. I failed you after your dad died." Sarah softens, gripping her hand. "You're here now." Rex presses close, tail wagging. Clara takes the recorder. "This nails Harlan." Nate pulls the flash drive. "Logs show Harlan ran Synapse." Rex's chip links him to the pack, telepathically. Sarah's heart leaps. Rex is talking to them? Rex yips, sharp, his gaze on Judge Harlan, 60, bald in a suit, slipping toward a black SUV. Clara's radio crackles. "Harlan's moving. City Hall now." Sarah's resolve hardens. "He's destroying evidence." Liz grips Sarah's arm. "I'm with you, for truth." Nate nods. "Let's end this." Clara leads the way. "City Hall's got Harlan's files. We'll bury him." Sarah meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his size. "Ready, boy?" The festival resumes, music blaring, but tension lingers. Sarah pockets Liz's recorder, heart racing. "You saw Voss at the ravine, didn't you?" Rex's tail flicks, steadying her. Clara finds a glint in the grass, a K9 unit tag. Rex's pack's ID dropped by Voss. Another clue. Sarah's blood chills. Voss was there. Liz's voice shakes. "Holt said Harlan owns the mayor." "Even the feds." Nate pockets the flash drive. "This frees Rex." Clara loads her gun. "We move now." Sarah clips Rex's leash, heart pounding. "Lead us, boy." At City Hall, Harlan dials a phone, voice low. "Burn the files, the pup's too close." A man in a dark jacket, Tom Kessler, 38, Holt's enforcer, watches from the shadows, muttering, "She's digging too deep." Rex's tiny growl echoes a vow of protection. A shadow moves in the pines, the pack's leader, watching. What's in Harlan's files, and who's shielding Synapse? Night cloaks a small Pacific Northwest town, the Cascadia Ranges, dense pines, whispering secrets under a stormy sky. Lightning flickers, casting jagged shadows. Inside, a safe house, a rustic cabin tucked deep in the woods. Urgency crackles. Sarah Miller, 39, a biologist with auburn hair and a messy ponytail, checks her flashlight, her worn jacket mud-stained, a pocket knife in her belt. Rex, the German shepherd pup she rescued, paces by her side, his black and tan fur soft, amber eyes fierce despite his month-old frame. His K9 unit tag, etched with a flask symbol, glints, a haunting reminder of Project Synapse's neural experiments. Sarah's heart pounds, fueled by grief for her father and a vow to protect Rex, whose pack's bow still haunts her. "Stay sharp, little guy," Sarah whispers, stroking Rex's head. Rex whines, nudging her leg, his tiny tail rigid. His gaze locks on the cabin door, ears pinned, sensing danger. Sarah's pulse races. The pack's out there, linked to Rex's chip. A sharp knock jolts them. Rex's growl rumbles, small but defiant. Sarah peers through a crack in the shutters. Clara Evans, 42, the sheriff with short gray hair, stands outside, badge glinting under her tactical jacket. Sarah opens the door. "Clara, what's the plan?" Clara steps in, face grim, boots tracking mud. "Judge Harlan's at City Hall torching Synapse files. Holt's with him." Sarah's blood chills, clutching Rex. "Holt's free again?" Rex yips, standing guard, his puppy teeth bared. Clara pulls a USB. "Warehouse logs tie Harlan to Synapse. Neural implants for telepathic control." Holt and Voss ran the tests. Sarah's heart leaps. Rex's chip. He's linked to the pack. Clara nods, grim. "And maybe you." Sarah's phone buzzes. A text from Dr. Nate Harper. "Synapse files confirm human canine neural links. Rex's chip is active. Meet at City Hall. Urgent." Her pulse spikes. "Human links?" Clara grabs her keys. "Trouble. Rex stays with you." "Let's go." The City Hall, a stone building downtown, looms under roiling clouds, its archive room glowing faintly. Sarah parks her truck behind a dumpster, Clara's cruiser hidden nearby. Rex guards Sarah in the cab, his amber eyes tracking the building, a low whine rising as she grips her flashlight. Clara whispers, scanning the hall. "Harlan's inside. Stay tight." Sarah nods, fear clawing her chest. "Let's move." They slip through an alley, wind howling. Clara picks the archive lock, revealing smoke. Files burning in a shredder, laptops open. Judge Harlan, 60, bald in a suit, feeds papers into the flames, a gas can at his feet. "Freeze!" Clara shouts, gun raised. Harlan spins, pulling a revolver. "You're done!" Sarah's flashlight blinds him. "Drop it!" A shadow lunges. Tom Kessler, 38, Holt's enforcer in a dark jacket, swings a crowbar. Nobody leaves. Clara fires, bullet grazing Tom's shoulder, blood spraying. Tom swings, clipping her leg. Sarah tackles him, flashlight clattering, fists flying. "Stay down!" Harlan douses the room with gas, striking a match. Flames roar, smoke choking the air. Clara dives through the haze, snatching a laptop. "Got it!" Tom kicks free, grabbing the gas can, splashing it toward the door. "Burn!" A bark splits the chaos. Rex leaps from the truck, tiny but fierce, snarling as he nips Tom's ankle, tripping him. Sarah gasps, heart racing. "Rex!" Sarah scrambles up, grabbing the laptop. "Rex, back!" Clara cuffs Harlan, shouting, "You're under!" Tom struggles, cursing. "You're dead!" Nate bursts in, panting, vet bag in hand. "Rex's chip, it's broadcasting. He's linked to the pack's leader." Sarah's blood runs cold. "What's he hearing?" They drag Tom and Harlan outside, flames licking the hall. Sirens wail, FBI vans screech up. Agent Lauren Gwynn, 41, with long black hair, storms in with SWAT. "Judge Harlan, you're under arrest for racketeering." Harlan struggles, cuffed. "You've got nothing." Clara holds the laptop. "Synapse logs say otherwise." Nate rushes to Rex, checking his tiny frame. He's okay, but the chip's active, telepathic signals to the pack. Sarah kneels by Rex, tears falling. "You saved us, boy." Laura seizes Harlan's phone, scrolling. Orders from Mayor Klein. "She's the broker." Clara's jaw drops. "Klein? She's clean." Sarah's blood chills. "She was with Holt?" Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Tom's jacket, lab chemicals, a canine unit tag. Sarah gasps. "Klein knew Rex?" Laura nods, grim. "She bankrolled Synapse." Nate's voice shakes. "Sarah, Rex's chip. He's hearing the pack. They're coming." Sarah meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his size. "What are they saying, boy?" Clara's radio crackles. "Klein's at a gala, armed. Files there." Sarah's resolve firms. "She's covering it up." Laura loads her gun. "Safe house first. Gala's next." Sarah lifts Rex, heart pounding. "You're my hero, little guy." Outside, Tom, in cuffs, mutters to Harlan, "Klein'll clean this." Harlan dials a hidden phone, voice low. The pup's linked. End it. Rex's growl lingers, a vow of protection. A shadow moves in the pines, the pack's leader, her amber eyes glowing. Who's shielding Klein, and what's Rex hearing from the pack? A thunderstorm rages over a small Pacific Northwest town, lightning slashing across the Cascadia Range's forested hills. The mayor's gala glitters inside a grand hotel, chandeliers casting golden light over swirling gowns and tuxedos. Sarah Miller, 39, a biologist with auburn hair in a messy ponytail, slips through a service entrance, her borrowed blazer damp, a pocket knife hidden in her pocket. Rex, the month-old German shepherd pup she rescued, scampers at her heels, his black and tan fur sleek despite a bandaged paw from the City Hall raid. His amber eyes burn with purpose, his canine unit tag glinting, a stark reminder of Project Synapse's neural implants. Sarah's heart pounds, grief for her father fueling her vow to protect Rex, whose pack's telepathic bond haunts her dreams. "Stay close, little guy," Sarah whispers, her breath uneven. Rex presses against her leg, growling softly, his loyalty fierce. Sarah's chest tightens. He's her partner, a tiny warrior in this storm. Clara Evans, 42, the sheriff with short gray hair, blends into the gala crowd, badge hidden under a black dress, her shoulder and leg stiff from the City Hall fire. Mayor Klein's on stage, armed. She's Synapse's broker, Dr. Nate Harper, 50, balding with a kind face, grips the City Hall flash drive, his suit rumpled. Rex's chip led us to Klein's files, neural implants for telepathic control, human canine links. Agent Laura Nguyen, 41, with long black hair, adjusts her earpiece, tactical vest under a blazer. Ellen Voss is guarding Klein's office upstairs. Files there. Liz Brooks, 45, a local reporter and Sarah's friend, clutches a recorder with Holt's confession, her blonde hair loose, eyes fierce. "I've got Harlan's emails. Klein's the puppet master." Sarah's gut twists, gripping Rex's leash. "Klein was at the ravine with Holt and Voss?" Clara nods, grim. Rex's pack saw her. They're linked to him. They split. Clara and Laura flank the stage. Nate and Liz blend into the crowd. Sarah and Rex head for the office. Rex moves silently, his limp barely noticeable, blood seeping through his bandage. A guard spots him reaching for a radio. "Dog!" Rex yips, baring tiny teeth, forcing the guard back. Sarah whispers, "Easy, boy." The ballroom dazzles. Mayor Laura Klein, 52, blonde in a sharp blazer, toasts at the podium. "To our town's future." Her smile masks deceit. Guests clap, oblivious. Rex's growl rumbles, his gaze locked on Klein. Clara's voice crackles via earpiece. "He's got her scent." Sarah nods, heart racing. "Take her down." Klein's speech falters, eyes catching Rex. "What's that pup doing here?" She bolts for a private elevator, clutching a briefcase. Laura signals SWAT, blocking exits. Rex chases, barking fiercely, weaving through tables. Sarah shouts, "Go, Rex!" Clara fires a warning shot, guests screaming, "Klein, stop!" Sarah pulls Rex's leash, heart pounding. "Stay safe." Nate trips a guard, grabbing his gun. "Keep moving." Liz films, voice steady. "Klein's guilty." Klein reaches the elevator, but Rex leaps, nipping her ankle, tripping her. She screams, briefcase tumbling. "Get this mutt off." Clara cuffs her, voice icy. "Laura Klein, you're under arrest for racketeering." Laura Nguyen seizes the briefcase, pulling a laptop. "Synapse funding, test logs, you're done." Klein spits, glaring at Rex. "That pup should have died in the ravine." Sarah steps forward, trembling. "You left him to die." A voice cuts through. Ellen Voss, 44, in a sharp suit, emerges from the crowd, gun drawn. "Nobody moves." Clara aims, but Voss fires, bullet grazing Nate's arm. Blood sprays, but he shields the flash drive. "Sarah, stay back." Rex pivots, snarling, lunging at Voss, knocking her gun free. She screams, clawing, but Rex pins her, tiny jaws firm, blood dripping from his paw. Sarah gasps, heart swelling. Rex, you're amazing. Laura cuffs Voss, shouting, "You're under!" Voss laughs, chilling. "General Morrow's the real boss." Sarah's heart sinks. Morrow? "Above Klein?" Clara hauls Klein up, cuffed. "Who's Morrow protecting?" Klein sneers, silent. Nate plugs the laptop into a tablet. "Morrow's orders. Synapses, neural implants, human trials. Voss was her enforcer." Sarah's blood runs cold. "Human trials?" Liz plays the recorder. Holt's voice. "Morrow ordered the kid tests." "The pup's linked." Clara's jaw drops. "Rex is telepathic with the pack?" Laura's earpiece buzzes. "Morrow's at a private airstrip fleeing." "File secured." Clara's eyes widen. "She's running?" Liz's voice shakes. "I saw Morrow at Harlan's office." She knew about Rex. Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Voss's coat. Lab chemicals, a K9 unit tag. Sarah's heart sinks. Morrow knew Rex. Laura nods, grim. "She designed Synapse." Nate stitches Rex's paw, mid-chaos. His chips broadcasting. The pack's close. Sarah meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his pain. "What are they saying, boy?" Clara's radio crackles. "SWAT's en route to the airstrip." Sarah's resolve firms. "We're stopping her." Laura loads her gun. "Safe house first. Airstrip's next." Sarah lifts Rex, tears falling. "You're my hero, little guy." They exit, the gala in chaos. Sarah strokes Rex, blood on her hands. "You're not done, are you?" Outside, Klein, in cuffs, mutters, "Morrow'll bury you." A black SUV peels away, its driver unseen. A phone buzzes. "Klein's down," a voice says. "Plan C." Rex's tiny growl echoes, a vow of protection. Shadows move in the pines, the pack's leader, her amber eyes glowing. Who's General Morrow? And what's Rex hearing from the pack? Rain hammers a desolate airstrip on the edge of a small Pacific Northwest town, lightning tearing across the Cascadia Range's forested hills. A private jet's engines scream, poised for takeoff. Sarah Miller, 39, a biologist with auburn hair plastered to her face, crouches behind a rusted fuel drum, her borrowed blazer soaked, pocket knife gripped tight. Rex, the month-old German shepherd pup she rescued, presses against her leg, his black and tan fur slick with rain, amber eyes blazing despite a bloodied bandage on his paw from the gala raid. His K9 unit tag glints, a chilling reminder of Project Synapse's telepathic neural implants. Sarah's heart thunders, grief for her father fueling her vow to protect Rex, whose pack's bond pulses in her mind. "Stay low, little guy," Sarah whispers, breath ragged. Rex growls softly, tiny teeth bared, his loyalty fierce. Sarah's chest tightens. He's her anchor, a warrior despite his size. Clara Evans, 42, the sheriff with short gray hair, reloads her pistol, her tactical jacket drenched, shoulder and legs stiff from the gala firefight. General Morrow's on that jet, fleeing with Synapse's final files. Dr. Nate Harper, 50, balding with a kind face, clutches the gala's flash drive, his suit sodden. Rex's chip led us to Klein's logs. Morrow designed the neural implants, human canine telepathic links. Agent Lauren Gwynn, 41, with long black hair, adjusts her earpiece, tactical vest soaked. Ellen Voss is with Morrow, guarding the files. Liz Brooks, 45, a reporter and Sarah's friend, grips a recorder with Harlan's confession, her blonde hair matted, eyes fierce. "I've got Morrow's emails. She's the mastermind." Sarah's gut twists, rain stinging her face. "Morrow was at the ravine with Klein?" Clara nods, grim. Rex's pack saw her. They're linked to him. They creep toward the jet, wind howling, rain blinding. Rex leads, nose low, tracking Morrow's scent through the deluge. Clara grips her pistol, Laura her assault rifle. Nate carries his vet bag, ready for Rex's wounds. Liz films, her resolve unshaken. The jet's ramp is down, armed guards patrolling. General Elaine Morrow, 58, sharp-featured in a tailored coat, barks orders inside. Shred the files, we're airborne. Voss, 44 in a sharp suit, loads a shredder, smirking. Rex freezes, hackles rising, a tiny growl rumbling. Clara signals, "On my mark." A guard spots Rex, raising his rifle. "Dog!" Rex lunges, nipping the guard's boot, tripping him. The man curses, rifle clattering. Clara fires, winging another guard, who dives behind a crate. "Go!" Sarah sprints, knife ready, rain blurring her vision. Laura lays cover fire, bullets pinging metal. Nate shields the flash drive, slipping on wet tarmac. Liz films, shouting, "Morrow's guilty!" Morrow spins, pulling a pistol. "Kill them!" Voss tosses a flare, igniting a fuel spill. Flames roar, smoke choking the airstrip. Rex weaves through the blaze, yipping fiercely, guiding Sarah to the ramp. "Show us, boy." Tom Kessler, 38, Holt's enforcer, freed on a technicality, emerges from the jet, wielding a shotgun. "You're dead, Miller." Clara tackles Tom, wrestling the shotgun free, blood dripping from her shoulder. "You're done." Sarah boards the jet, knife raised. "Morrow, it's over." Morrow fires, bullet grazing Sarah's arm, blood spraying. She stumbles, knife clattering, but dives behind a seat. "Synapse will live." Morrow snarls, shredding files. Rex leaps onto the jet, snarling, slamming into Morrow, pinning her against the console. Her pistol skids, shredder jamming. She screams, clawing, but Rex's tiny jaws hold firm, blood dripping from his paw. Sarah gasps, heart swelling. "Rex, you're incredible." Laura storms in, cuffing Morrow. "General Elaine Morrow, you're under arrest." Voss aims from the cockpit, but Liz tackles her, recorder raised. "It's over!" Nate rushes aboard, stitching Rex's paw mid-chaos. "Hang on, boy." Clara drags Tom aboard, cuffed. "Who else runs Synapse?" Morrow laughs, chilling. "Kids like you, linked to the dogs." "You'll never find them." Sarah's blood runs cold, clutching her arm. "Kids?" Rex's growl deepens, sniffing Morrow's coat. Lab chemicals, a K9 unit tag. Sarah's heart sinks. "You tested kids?" Morrow sneers, cuffed. "They're assets." Liz plays the recorder, Holt's voice. "Morrow ordered human trials. The pup's the key." Laura's jaw drops. "Human neural links?" Laura pulls a hard drive from the briefcase, names every linked child, every synapse lab. Nate finishes stitching, grim. "Rex's chip. He's broadcasting to the pack." "They're here." Sarah meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his pain. "What are they saying, boy?" Clara's radio crackles. SWATs secured the airstrip. Sarah kneels by Rex, tears falling. "You saved us, little guy." Laura's earpiece buzzes. "A synapse mole still out. Agent Burke, FBI traitor." Clara's eyes widen. "Burke?" "He cleared Holt." Liz's voice shakes. "He was at Klein's gala, with Morrow." Rex's growl shifts, sniffing Voss's briefcase, a K9 unit tag, identical to his. Sarah's heart sinks. "Burke knew Rex?" Laura nods, grim. "He covered Synapse's tracks." Nate's voice trembles. "Rex's chip, it's linked to the pack's leader. They're outside." Sarah's resolve firms. "We're ending this." Laura loads her gun. "Safe house first, Burke's next." Sarah lifts Rex, blood on her hands. "You're my hero, boy." They exit, the jet's engines dying. Sarah strokes Rex, his tiny frame trembling. "You're not done, are you?" Outside, Morrow, in cuffs, mutters, "Burke'll finish this." A black SUV vanishes into the storm, its driver unseen. A phone buzzes. "Morrow's down," a voice says. "Plan D." Rex's growl echoes, a vow of protection. Shadows move in the pines. The pack, their amber eyes glowing, circling the airstrip. Who's Agent Burke? And what's Rex hearing from the pack? Golden sunlight spills across a small Pacific Northwest town, the Cascadia Ranges forested hills blooming with spring wildflowers. The Sarah Rex Sanctuary, once a shadowy synapse lab, now thrives as a haven for kids and animals, its meadows alive with volunteers planting trees and building kennels. Sarah Miller, 39, a biologist with auburn hair in a neat braid, stands by a new sign, her flannel shirt clean, eyes radiant with pride. Rex, the German shepherd pup she rescued, now 2 months old, bounds across the lawn, his black and tan fur glossy, amber eyes sparkling despite faint scars on his paw. His canine unit tag, neural implant deactivated, shines as a badge of valor. The pack, 5 adult German shepherds led by the scarred female, lounges nearby, their telepathic bond with Rex a quiet miracle. Sarah's heart swells, her father's loss softened by this new family. Rex yips, chasing a butterfly, tail wagging. "You're the star, boy," Sarah laughs. Rex nudges her hand, his warmth grounding her joy. Sarah kneels, stroking his fur. "You changed everything, little guy." Clara Evans, 42, the sheriff with short gray hair, hands out flyers for the sanctuary, badge polished, injuries healed. Holt, Harlan, Klein, Morrow, Voss, they're gone. We're free. Dr. Nate Harper, 50, balding with a kind face, sets up a canine therapy pen inspired by real U.S. programs like the Humane Society's trauma recovery initiatives. Rex's fund hit $5 million. We're saving kids and dogs nationwide. Liz Brooks, 45, a reporter and Sarah's friend, now sanctuary co-director, hugs Sarah, her blonde hair loose, eyes warm. "Rex gave you purpose." "You gave us hope." Sarah smiles, squeezing her hand. "We're family now." Agent Laura Nguyen, 41, with long black hair, leans against a fence, blazer crisp. Feds dismantled Synapse's global labs. "No more experiments." Sarah nods, relieved. Rex sparked it all. Rex bounds to the pack's leader, nuzzling her scarred muzzle. Sarah's heart aches. Their bond, once a military weapon, is now pure trust. "You're home, boy." The sanctuary hums with an opening ceremony, kids laughing, dogs romping. Clara steps to a mic, voice clear. "This haven's for every unheard child, every loyal creature." Sarah and Rex taught us to listen, to fight. Sarah takes the mic, voice thick. "Rex saw me when I was lost. He's my hero." The crowd roars, signs waving. Rex rules. Nate unveils a plaque. "In honor of Rex, guardian of trust." "For courage." Liz grins, tears glistening. Sarah's home, Rex's legacy lives. But tension spikes. Rex freezes, growling, his gaze locked on a man in a dark hoodie near a food stall. Agent Daniel Burke, 50, the Synapse mole, thought arrested, now free. Sarah's blood runs cold. "Burke? He's out?" Laura's hand goes to her holster. "Escaped custody. Synapse loyalist." Clara checks her phone, paling. "He's tied to a new neural trafficking ring." "Targeting the sanctuary." Burke smirks, slipping toward a parked van. Rex bolts, yipping fiercely, his scars slowing him, but spirit unbroken. Sarah shouts, "Rex, stop him!" Clara sprints after Rex, gun drawn. "Burke, freeze!" Nate radios SWAT, voice urgent. "Suspect at the sanctuary." Liz pulls Sarah behind a booth, eyes wide. "He's after Rex?" Rex corners Burke by the van, snarling, a duffel bag at his feet. Burke raises his hand, sneering. "Too late, pup." Clara aims, breathless. "Daniel Burke, you're under arrest." Burke laughs, chilling. "Check the bag." Laura tackles him, cuffing his wrists, unzipping the duffel. Neural implant schematics, a timer ticking from 90 seconds. A hit list naming Sarah and linked kids. Sarah's stomach drops. "A bomb!" Clara shouts. "Evacuate!" Nate grabs the bag, sprinting to a ditch, hurling it inside. It explodes, dirt geysering, the crowd screaming but safe. Sarah clings to Rex, sobbing. "You saved us again, boy!" Clara hauls Burke up, grim. "Who ordered this?" Burke sneers, bloodied. "Voss's sister, Carla. She's the new broker." Clara's jaw drops. "Carla Voss? She was at Morrow's airstrip." Liz's voice shakes. She visited Holt in jail. Planning. Rex's growl deepens, sniffing Burke's hoodie. Lab chemicals, a K9 unit tag scent. Sarah's eyes widen. Carla knew Rex. Laura nods, grim. She ran Synapse's field ops. Sarah's resolve firms. We're stopping her. Clara grabs her radio. SWAT, move to the mill. Nate pockets the phone, grims. Sarah's truth, Rex's fight. Liz grips Sarah's arm. We're with you. They pile into Laura's van, the sanctuary buzzing behind. Sarah strokes Rex, blood on her hands. You'll save them, won't you? At the mill, a rusted structure by a dry creek, Carla Voss, 47, sleek in a dark coat, loads a rifle, muttering, the woman and pup die tonight. SWAT surrounds the building, Clara shouting, Carla Voss, you're under arrest! Carla aims, but Rex leaps, snarling, nipping her wrist, disarming her. She screams, rifle clattering. Laura cuffs her, voice cold. Synapse is dead. Carla laughs, defiant. You'll never stop us. Liz raises her recorder. Your voice seals it. Nate plugs the phone into a tablet. Carla's orders, trafficking routes, it's over. Sarah steps forward, holding Rex. You're finished. The crowd outside cheers, the sanctuary standing tall. Sarah takes Rex's paw, voice thick. You're safe now, little guy. But Laura's voice cuts through. Carla named a final player, Burke's deputy, still at large. Clara's jaw sets. We'll find them. Sarah meets Rex's amber eyes, fierce despite his scars. Ready for one more, boy? Rex yips, uniting the crowd. The pack's leader watches from the pines, her amber eyes a silent vow. Is this the end, or does another shadow loom? Apologies for the oversight. Below is a revised Chapter 10 for 1706 CC1. She rescued a German Shepherd pup. What the pack did next shocks everyone. Now expanded to approximately 10,000 characters while adhering to all your specified conditions. It uses the 1C1 structure. Step 8. Inspire action. American English with a U.S. cultural context, and maintains a fast-paced, emotionally engaging narrative with a climactic twist, vivid dialogue, and a call to action via Pawprints of Hope. Rex is honored as a central character, and I've avoided special characters or icons. The chapter concludes the story, emphasizes its message, and encourages audience engagement. A radiant summer sunset bathes a small Pacific Northwest town, the Cascadia Ranges' forested hills glowing with vibrant wildflowers. The Sarah Rex Sanctuary, once a sinister synapse lab, now pulses with life as a haven for kids and animals, its sprawling meadows alive with laughter, barking, and the hum of community. Lanterns sway above a joyous festival, their golden glow dancing on a serene pond, bluegrass music weaving through the warm air. Sarah Miller, 39, a biologist with auburn hair and a neat braid, stands tall on a wooden stage, her flannel shirt crisp, eyes shining with hard-earned pride. Rex, the German Shepherd pup she rescued, now 3 months old, bounds beside her, his black and tan fur glossy, amber eyes sparkling despite faint scars on his paw from battles against Synapse's hunters. His K9 unit tag, its neural implant safely removed, gleams as a badge of valor, a testament to his courage. The pack, 5 adult German shepherds, led by a scarred female with a torn ear, lounges on the grass nearby, their once weaponized telepathic bond with Rex now a quiet miracle of trust and loyalty. Sarah's heart swells, the raw grief of her father's loss softened by this new family forged in the crucible of danger. Rex yips, chasing a stray butterfly, his tail wagging furiously. You're our star, boy, Sarah laughs, her voice warm with love. Rex spins, nudging her hand with his wet nose, his warmth anchoring her joy. Sarah kneels, stroking his soft fur, tears pricking her eyes. You saved me, little guy. When I was lost, you found me. Clara Evans, 42, the sheriff with short gray hair, hands out flyers for the sanctuary, her badge polished, her injuries from the airstrip raid long healed. Holt, Harlan, Klein, Morrow, Voss, Burke, Carla. Their history, she says, her voice steady. This town's whole again because of you and Rex. Dr. Nate Harper, 50, balding with a kind face, sets up a canine therapy pen inspired by real U.S. programs like the Humane Society's trauma recovery initiatives that pair rescue dogs with at-risk youth. Rex's fund hit $7 million, he announces, grinning. We're saving kids and dogs across the country from Oregon to Maine. Liz Brooks, 45, a reporter and now Sanctuary co-director, wraps an arm around Sarah, her blonde hair loose, eyes bright with emotion. Rex gave you a purpose, Sarah. You gave us hope, a reason to believe in second chances. Sarah squeezes her hand, her smile soft but fierce. We're family now, Liz. You, me, Rex, everyone here. Agent Laura Nguyen, 41, with long black hair, leans against a weathered fence, her blazer crisp despite the summer heat. The feds crushed Synapse's last labs, she says, her tone clipped but proud. No more neural experiments, no more stolen futures. Sarah grips Rex's collar, her voice warm with conviction. Rex and the pack taught us that trust is stronger than fear, that loyalty can heal even the deepest wounds. Rex bounds to the pack's leader, nuzzling her scarred muzzle with a playful yip. Sarah's heart aches. Their bond, once a military weapon designed to control, is now a pure expression of love, a testament to their resilience. You're home, boy, she whispers, her voice catching. The festival thrums with energy. Kids chase each other through the grass, dogs romp in playful wrestling matches, and volunteers serve homemade pie under colorful tents. Clara steps to the mic, her voice ringing out clear and strong. This sanctuary stands for every silenced soul, every loyal heart that's been overlooked. Sarah and Rex showed us how to listen, how to fight for what's right. Sarah takes the mic, her hands trembling slightly, her voice thick with emotion. When I came to these woods, I was broken, running from grief. Rex saw me when I couldn't see myself. He's not just a pup. He's my light, my family, my hero. The crowd roars, their cheers echoing through the meadow, signs waving high. Rex rules. Nate unveils a bronze statue, a woman cradling a German shepherd pup, surrounded by a protective pack, their neural tags shattered into fragments at their feet. For hope, he says, saluting, his eyes misty. For courage, for every soul who dares to trust again. Liz grins, tears streaming down her cheeks. Sarah, you're whole now. Rex's legacy will shine forever. The crowd surges with applause, their voices a chorus of gratitude, but a sudden stillness cuts through the joy. Rex freezes mid-bounce, his small body tensing, a low growl rumbling in his throat. His amber eyes lock on a figure in a dark scarf weaving through the crowd near a food stall. Dr. Lena Holt, 49, Burke's deputy and Synapse's final mole thought vanished after the mill raid, now resurfacing with chilling intent. Sarah's blood runs cold, her hand tightening on Rex's collar. Lena, she's alive? Laura's hand snaps to her holster, her eyes narrowing. She faked her death, Synapse's last broker. Clara checks her phone, her face paling as she scrolls. She's tied to a new neural trafficking ring. They're targeting the sanctuary, Sarah, Rex, everything we've built. Lena's lips curl into a smirk, her scarf slipping as she edges toward a parked SUV, her movements deliberate. Rex bolts, his yipping bark sharp and fierce, his scarred paw slowing him but his spirit unbroken, a tiny warrior charging into danger. Sarah's heart lurches, her voice cracking. Rex, stop her! Clara sprints after Rex, her gun drawn, boots pounding the grass. Lena Holt, freeze! Nate radio SWAT, his voice urgent, hands shaking. Suspect at the festival. Move in now! Liz grabs Sarah's arm, pulling her behind a pie stall, her eyes wide with panic. She's after you, Sarah. After Rex. Rex corners Lena by the SUV, his small frame snarling with defiance, his teeth bared as he guards a duffel bag at her feet. Lena raises her hands, her sneer cold and mocking. Too late, pup. Clara aims her pistol, her breath ragged. Lena Holt, you're under arrest. Lena's laugh is chilling, cutting through the festival's fading music. Check the bag, Sheriff. You're already done. Laura tackles Lena, slamming her to the ground, cuffing her wrists with a swift click. She rips open the duffel bag, revealing a chilling haul, blueprints for next-generation neural implants, a burner phone, and a hit list scrawled with names, Sarah, Rex, and a dozen linked kids from Synapse's human trials. Sarah's stomach drops, her knees buckling. She's restarting Synapse? Here, Clara shouts, her voice piercing the chaos. Clear the area, now! Nate snatches the burner phone, his fingers flying as he scrolls through messages. Texts to a rogue scientist, Doc. Marcus Walsh, Lena's brother. He's Synapse's shadow operative. Sarah's jaw drops, her voice trembling with disbelief. Walsh. He posed as a donor, toured the sanctuary last month. Rex's growl deepens, his nose twitching as he sniffs Lena's scarf, catching a whiff of lab chemicals and the faint metallic scent of a K9 unit tag. Sarah's heart sinks, her mind racing. Walsh knew Rex. He was in on it? Laura nods, her face grim as she holsters her gun. He engineered the implants, Lena's partner in the field. Sarah steps forward, cradling Rex in her arms, his small body trembling but defiant. You're done, Lena. You can't touch him or us. Clara's radio crackles, a SWAT commander's voice cutting through. Walsh is holed up at a lab ruin in the woods, planning a hit. We're moving in. Sarah's resolve hardens, her grip on Rex tightening. We're ending this once and for all. Laura reloads her pistol, her eyes steely. The lab's our target. Rex, you lead the way. Liz kneels beside Sarah, tears falling, her voice fierce. You're unstoppable, Sarah. You and Rex, you're rewriting the story. Sarah meets Rex's amber eyes, their fierce glow undimmed by his scars, a silent vow of courage. One last run, boy. For the pack. They pile into Laura's van, the festival's golden glow fading behind them as the crowd resumes its celebration, unaware of the danger narrowly averted. Clara grabs her radio, her voice sharp. SWAT! Converge on the lab ruin, now! Nate pockets the burner phone, his expression grim but determined. Sarah's courage, Rex's heart. They're why we'll win. Liz grips Sarah's hand, her voice steady despite the fear. For the pack, for every kid and dog they tried to break. The van speeds through the darkening woods, rain pattering on the windshield, the air thick with anticipation. Sarah strokes Rex's fur, his blood-streaked paw resting on her lap, his warmth a lifeline. You'll save them, won't you, boy? She whispers, her voice breaking. At the lab ruin, a crumbling concrete facility nestled in the pine-choked hills, Dr. Marcus Walsh, 53, in a pristine lab coat, loads a neural device, his voice low and venomous. The woman and that pup are mine. Synapse will rise again. SWAT surrounds the ruin, their boots silent on the damp earth, Clara's voice booming through a megaphone. Marcus Walsh, you're under arrest. Come out with your hands up, Walsh sneers, aiming a high-powered stun gun at the encroaching shadows, his fingers twitching. You can't stop progress, he shouts, his voice manic. Rex leaps from the van, his snarling yip slicing through the storm, his tiny frame darting through the underbrush. He lunges, nipping Walsh's wrist with surprising force, the stun gun clattering to the concrete floor. Walsh screams, clutching his hand, his face contorted with rage. You filthy mutt! Laura storms in, tackling Walsh to the ground, cuffing his wrists with a swift snap. Synapse is dead, Walsh, she says, her voice cold as steel. You're done. Walsh laughs, a desperate, unhinged sound. You'll never stop us. The neural network lives. Liz steps forward, raising her recorder, capturing every word. Your confession seals it, Walsh. The world will hear this. Nate plugs the burner phone into a tablet, his fingers racing across the screen. Walsh's orders, trafficking routes, buyer lists, it's all here. Synapse is finished for good. Sarah strides into the ruin, cradling Rex, his small body trembling from exertion, but his amber eyes unyielding. "You're finished, Walsh." "Rex and the pack, they're free, and you'll never touch them again." The SWAT team secures the lab, their flashlights sweeping the shadows, uncovering crates of neural devices and files on human trials. The crowd outside the sanctuary, unaware of the raid, continues to cheer, their lanterns rising into the twilight sky like stars reborn. Sarah steps back into the van, Rex nestled in her arms, her voice thick with relief. "You did it, boy. You saved us all." Back at the festival, the celebration resumes, the air electric with hope. Sarah returns to the stage, taking the mic, her voice steady despite the tears streaming down her cheeks. "Rex and the pack taught us to see the unseen, to fight for the voiceless, to trust in the power of love over fear. This sanctuary is their vow, a promise that no one, human or animal, will ever be silenced again." Sarah lights a lantern, its flame flickering as she whispers, "For you, Rex, for the pack, for every heart you've touched." Liz lifts the lantern, tears glistening, her voice a soft echo. "For freedom, for healing, for second chances." Clara salutes Rex, her eyes misty. "Our guardian, our hero." Nate steps forward, unveiling a Pawprints of Hope banner, his voice booming with pride. "Join us on YouTube. Share your stories of loyalty, human, furry, or both. Tell us what's your story with a loyal pet." Let's keep Rex's light burning bright. Sarah slips a treat into Rex's mouth, her pride swelling as he crunches happily, his tail wagging. "You're my family, boy," she murmurs, her voice breaking with love. Rex yips, leaping to nuzzle the pack's leader, who watches from the pines, her amber eyes a silent promise of protection. The crowd surges, their cheers a symphony of gratitude, their lanterns drifting high above the meadow, a constellation of hope. But a shadow moves in the distant woods, a faint phone buzz echoing through the pines. "Walsh is down," a voice whispers. Plan G begins. Sarah's heart steadies, Rex at her side, the pack's presence a quiet strength. The lanterns soar, their light a vow to never stop fighting. Join Pawprints of Hope, share your story, and keep the legacy alive.